Yo, what is up, guys? It is your man Elijah, back with another video. Yes, I do look different. I did shave my beard, so I look like 10 years younger. I look 17, but no, I'm 26. All right, I am 26 years old, but I look 17, 18. I look like a high schooler, man. But yeah, I shaved it because I just felt like it was time to, let go of some past energy. You know, I trimmed my hair also, but it's growing back. Slowly. It's getting there. It's growing back. But yeah, I mean, I look pretty good. I look nice. I just look so young. As I told my friends, I look the same. It's back when I had my beard, and they're like, "Nah, man, you look much older." I'm like, "Yeah, cause I have my beard, but when I shave, man, I look like a kid, bro. I look 17, 18. I got the baby face. Now I'm a little bit thinner, so um, I think when I gain more size and muscle and I get bigger, I think my face will start to even out and look more mature looking when I do shave my beard. Because, I'm in the process of rebuilding myself after this injury and getting back better and stronger. So I think when I do gain more size and muscle, I think overall my face will look more, mature when I do shave my beard. But yeah, for now I just shaved it because, like I said, let go of the past, let go of negative energy. And when I shaved my beard, no lie, I came outside and I saw a black racer and two butterflies. And you know, if you're into like spiritual signs, you know that when you see a snake, snakes represent transformation because snakes shed their skin. Okay, and also butterflies, represent transformation. You know, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. So I saw that. I've been seeing a lot of animals in my backyard lately. A lot, especially reptiles. Black racers. The other day I saw the water moccasin. I think it's the same one. So, it's Florida, and it's summertime. Um, there's like two rabbits in our backyard. There's like 5, 6 squirrels. You got ospreys, you got hawks, we got owls, we got there's a cat that lives around our area. There's a water moccasin that lives in our backyard. There's black racers. Um, what else? Got these anole lizards. I don't know if you can see one. But yeah, you got the lizards out here. I just saw a skink the other day. A skink is a lizard. Um, Spiders and everything. So yeah, there's a lot of animals coming out now. A lot. And especially that water moccasin. That water moccasin came right here, and I was very close to it. Trust me, I kept my distance because water moccasins are very aggressive and very venomous. Okay, but it might be a female. I'm picking up female vibes from that snake. But yeah, so a lot of wildlife coming out now. Summertime is coming in. Summer doesn't start until June 21st. So, things are coming out fully now because, summer's coming up. But anyway, so I got some bad news I want to share with you guys. All right. Now, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the world lately. And you got the Ebola virus. You had this earthquake in the Philippines. Hope everyone's okay. It was catastrophic. It was a 7.8 earthquake in the Philippines. And that same day, there was an earthquake between Cuba and America. Okay, like a 6 point something earthquake. I did predict an earthquake in June, but not in Asia. I said that there will be an earthquake on the east coast of the U.S. So you could say I was right and wrong because Florida is the east coast, and the earthquake, you know, in Cuba did affect southern parts of Florida, even though it wasn't huge. And the Philippines is on the east side of Asia. So you could say I was right. Not really, but I did predict an earthquake happening like this month, this summer. Okay? So I was like right, wrong, but not fully right. But I did predict earthquake happening east coast in the U.S. this month, and there's overall earthquakes happening, this summer. So I was right and kind of wrong, but it's what it is. But yeah, so that happened. 2 earthquakes on the same day, and then yeah, I saw the videos. It's crazy. The buildings were collapsing and shaking and stuff. So that happened. What else? Oh, so the U.S. and Iran are back at it again. So apparently there was a military helicopter that was shot down by Iran, and the pilots were okay, but Trump said he vows more strikes on Iran and more attacks. So the past 2 days, I think they've been trading missiles back and forth, because at first, Israel, they invaded Lebanon and causing chaos, attacking Beirut. And Lebanon and Iran are allies, okay? And they told them that if they keep doing that and attacking them, they're going to attack them. And they did. They attacked Israel. And, they're not playing around with things. So, and, yeah, it's been a ceasefire since like April, but now, nah, that ceasefire is not in effect at the moment. So the war in Iran, the war in the Middle East is back in effect. They even attack bases like in Jordan and Kuwait, places like that. So just know that gas prices about to go up pretty soon, guys. So that's another, you say bad news. Gas prices will go up pretty soon, unfortunately. And, the war will get even more intense. So it's going to go up and down. But yeah, so that's been going on. The war in Iran is back at it again. What else? The World Cup is coming up pretty soon, next week. And this Sunday is the UFC, the UFC event at the White House, and you have Donald Duck's birthday. It's funny. You would think they would have this event on July 4th. I mean, it's fitting, right? Because 250 years of America. But no, he's having it on his birthday because it's about him. So on his 80th birthday, it'll be, that event. So first things first, I want to talk about Ebola. And I feel called to spread this message. I hope that Ebola does not become a pandemic. I hope it doesn't spread, because it is one of the viruses that does scare me. Ebola, zombie virus, and stomach flu. Those 3 definitely scare me. I've had stomach flus before in the past. It's not fun. There's other viruses as well, but those 3 right now in particular that kind of, make me nervous. So the Ebola virus is spreading in the Congo and in Kenya and other locations of Africa. There's been 500 cases. 100 people have passed away from this virus. I think there's more. I think there's like much more than 100 people that have died from this virus. And, people in Africa are rioting and protesting against these quarantine zones by the U.S. So you have riots and protests happening in parts of Africa because Ebola quarantine and stuff going on. Okay, so I have a feeling, and I don't want to be right, but I feel this, and it's a prediction as well. I have a feeling that this Ebola virus will spread during and after the World Cup, and you can't blame people from the World Cup. You can't blame Africans because it's not their fault. Just know that there are people running the world, and there are other worldly beings. You could say demons, reptilians, vampires, jinns, greys. There are other beings running things that want to cause chaos and disruption. Especially reptilians. Reptilians feed off of fear and anger and bad energy. So this is a good time for them to feed, because you got a war, you got a virus, so there's more negative energy. But yeah, there's a lot of beings running the world, people and others as well. But you can't blame Africans, because at this point people should realize that these scientists are putting this virus in Africa for a reason. They're putting it there on purpose to take out people over there. Okay, so they're putting this virus in black people over there to take them out, because they want it to spread. They want it to be a big thing. And I just saw yesterday that the U.S. is urging Europe. They're telling Europe to ban. They have a travel ban from Africa to Europe for the World Cup, and Europe is saying no. So there are certain countries in Europe right now that are saying no travel ban from Africa and for the World Cup. So no travel bans for the World Cup, which means that it's going to spread. Okay, so here's what I feel. Here's what I predict: that late this month, and then July and even August, you're gonna start seeing more cases rise of Ebola. And by the way, Ebola is very serious, man. It affects your eyes. You get bloodshot eyes, turns your insides into liquid. You get fever, and it's a very, very bad, deadly virus. And it's been around before, but never a big pandemic. I remember back in 2014 when Obama was president, it was I think 1 or 2 people had the Ebola virus in the US, and they had to do a big quarantine, and then it went away. And of course you had that movie Outbreak with Ebola virus. So it's been around before, just not a big thing as it is now. But yeah, so what I feel and what I predict, and I don't want it to happen, but I just want to share what I see possibly happening pretty soon. I see some players for the World Cup getting the Ebola virus. Okay, you're gonna start seeing some players, some soccer players getting the Ebola virus. And then with this Europe not doing a travel ban, I feel like you're gonna start seeing, I predict that there's going to be a lot of cases in the US, Europe, Mexico, Canada, but a lot of cases in Europe. That's what I'm seeing. What came to me was mega cases. So mega cases, a lot of people getting Ebola in Europe. Okay, and over here, Canada, Mexico, some parts of South America, maybe. And what came to me, a specific number, was 175,000 people. Okay, so 170,000 people either worldwide or in the US will have this virus. Okay? That's what came to me. I don't want this to happen because Ebola scares me and I don't want to spread. But I'm just giving you guys a message in case things do happen. You can watch this video and say, hey, I was right. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But just take care of your health and invest in yourself. Do deep research, man. Like research on whole foods, because not everything that's organic is good for you. Okay, so just do your research on specific foods to eat, to avoid, and the vitamins to take, knowing your body to the T, how your body reacts to certain medications, food, supplements, what helps your body. Like I always say, get out in nature, get out in the sun, exercise, meditate, eat the right amount of calories that your body needs. All right, and you should be good to go. And even if you do get sick, you may not, end up as bad or die as others that are not taking care of themselves. Okay, so just take care of your health, take care of your mind and your body, and do deep research on things, because they're spraying chemicals in our air and our food and our water and making us sicker, and they want us to be on these medications and stuff. So just do your research and take care of your health and work out, so you should be good to go. But yeah, so again, with Ebola, what I see happening is I predict that there will be some FIFA soccer players catching the Ebola virus, and they're going to start seeing cases rise in different locations: US, Canada, Mexico, Europe, South America, Africa, maybe Asia. Not a whole lot of places in Asia, but maybe like certain places in Asia. But I feel like the big chunk of cases will be in like Africa, Europe, America, like the west part, of the world. But mainly America, Europe is what came to me, and parts of Mexico could have Ebola cases rise. And what came to me was 173 and 175,000 people could have this virus or pass away, possibly. But that's what came to me, was 175,000 people, or like in that range, 170,000 people will be exposed to this virus. And also what I'm seeing is celebrities and officials. So I'm seeing celebrities and government officials also catching this virus. Okay, so I see that happening, and what came to me was that this virus, this pandemic, could last 11 months to a year, maybe. That's what came to me. And also, you gotta remember, like, the midterm elections are this November, so this could be a way for them to like postpone things. And Donald Duck, he needs that power. He needs that Republican power. What is it? The House and the Senate. And I think right now, he knows, and his team knows, that his path towards the elections, his team may not win the House and whatnot. So this may be part of the plan, is to have this virus spread to, postpone the election, cancel the election. I doubt it's the war in Iran. I doubt it's a war. Like I said, my other video, my predictions from September to December, what could cancel the elections or postpone things, like the big elections, like the midterm elections, could be either a war or a virus. That's pretty it. So I don't see state elections being canceled, just the Fed, elections. But yeah, so this could be a way for them to cancel things and to postpone the elections going into the November. But yeah, so that's what I see happening. That's what I predict happening. Also, I do see possibility of quarantine zones happening again, in different locations. Hopefully not. But I see that happening. But we'll see what happens, man, in these next couple of months. But just continue to enjoy your summer and just stay positive and stay at a high vibration. That's what I'm doing. And try new things. Focus on your health. Just have fun. And take breaks if needed. Try not to stress and worry so much about the world. So I took a break from social media and the news because there was just too much going on, man, and I need to take a break for my own mental health. Okay, it's a lot going on, but I gotta get back into YouTube. It's been a minute watching the videos, but yeah. So far doing pretty good. Working out again, and just started a new job, and I just know that more wealth and abundance and opportunities and great things are heading my way and are on my path and on my journey. I just gotta be patient, and I gotta put the work in with certain things, and it's hard to do that, with certain things, but yeah, I just gotta be patient and push myself more with certain things, put the work in, and I just know that things will get better, and they are, so I've been making small changes, and those small changes have been helping me and been leading me up to big changes. So change is change, big and small, both are good. So but yeah, so far I'm doing okay. Lately I've been dealing with some, like, I don't know, maybe it's like ascension symptoms or something like that, or maybe it's a nerve in my back. But lately I've been feeling like just anxious. Like some days I'll be like feeling energized, and then I'll feel motivated, and then I'll feel depressed, and then I feel sad, and then I feel very anxious and paranoid. So maybe it's a shift going on, man. It's a lot going on. It could be a shift, the frequencies, the energy. It could be ascension symptoms. It could be, I don't know. But overall, I'm feeling good. I just been noticing that lately. But hey, I'm doing the best I can to take care of myself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, I predict that happening with Ebola, and we'll see what happens. And then this Sunday, I feel like something's about to happen. I feel like something's about to happen this Sunday with the UFC event. Could be an event at the event, like an attack or something like that, okay? But yeah, I got this feeling that something might happen this weekend. So again, a lot going on this summer. Disclosure Day comes out Friday, so I might check that out. And yeah, so just watch my June predictions, and then watch my July and August predictions, and then watch my September through December predictions. Like I said, this summer will be a whole lot. Wars, hurricanes, earthquakes. I also do see a volcano eruption happening in July in America, Hawaii, or Japan. Okay, so you have that. You're going to start seeing wildfires happening. You're going to start seeing more alien disclosure. You're going to start seeing more attacks happening with Donald Duck and other people. You're going to start seeing new conflicts, new wars. All right. US, Iran, Israel, Lebanon, Cuba, Korea. You know, the Russia-Ukraine war is getting intense as well. But yeah, this summer is going to be very lively with a lot of good and bad things and chaotic things. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video was Ebola. And also there's this thing going around called screwworm. So there's this thing going around called New World Screwworm. Basically, like, there's cows in Texas getting this parasite. So the fly lays its eggs on the cows, I think, and then, you know, the cow get the larvae, and it goes in the meat, and then people get it. So that's been going on as well. That could spread also. So I hope not, because I love steak, I love beef, and I guess I'm gonna just have to eat chicken and fish if they just slow the production of beef and steak. So hopefully that doesn't become a big thing, but that's been going on lately. So you got that it's called New World Screwworm larvae. You can look it up. And then you got this Ebola virus happening. The World Cup is starts next week, and then you got the UFC event. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. But yeah, again with the Ebola thing, I predict, hopefully it doesn't happen, that there will be cases, Europe, Africa, US, Mexico, Canada. You're gonna see more cases in Europe, and 170,000 people would 170,000 people will be exposed to this virus. So that's pretty much it. And also I am seeing quarantine zones happening in certain locations. Hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't happen. All right, guys, it's been Elijah. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Take care. Peace.